What's going on, everybody? Jaye the Black here. I am back again with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I really do appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to Jaye the Black live streams too. That link will be in the description box. Should be the first link you see, as well as liking this video, because we're going to talk about a topic that I think needs more attention, and the fact that Matt Barnes has full custody of his sons. I'm not sure yet if it's just temporary. It might just be temporary, but I'm gonna read this article. I'm gonna get into it. Okay, now y'all know that Gloria Govan is unraveling. This woman started to date Matt Barnes' ex-teammate and supposedly ex-friend Derek Fisher, and she's been unraveling ever since she lost a case in court with him. I believe she was suing him. I believe he was suing her. Might have been suing each other, and she lost. She's been unraveling ever since. She got arrested for trying to stop him from picking up his sons, and she's the one who ended up getting arrested. Okay, she's just unraveling at the seams, and this is a woman who's engaged to be married to Derek Fisher, but she's giving her energy to Matt Barnes because, you know, females like her cannot take a loss, and ever since she lost in court, she hasn't been the same. You know what's funny is that her and her sister continue to lose in court, because her sister lost in court to Gilbert Arenas because she had made some claims about him. He sued her and he won. Now, according to the blast, it says, as the legal battle continues between Matt Barnes and his ex-wife and baby mama, Gloria Govan, continues, the former basketball star is looking to lower his child support payments for his 9-year-old twin boys. In new documents obtained by the blast, Barnes says since his custody of his children has increased to full custody, amid his ongoing dispute with Govan, he believes his support payments should be lowered as well. He shouldn't have to pay any child support. This is why something needs to be done about this, okay? Why is it that the person who has full custody, be it be temporary, why is he still paying her child support? That lets you know this whole thing is a racket. This whole thing is basically a way to make money off of the fathers. He has the children with him. Why is he still paying 20 grand a month? Barnes says he's currently paying $20,000 a month and is covering the cost of the boys' private school tuition. Although Barnes hasn't played in the NBA since 2017, he's still making about $161,000 a month from his last NBA contract. That's nice when you can retire and you still get payments from playing in the league. And that happens. People don't understand is the way contracts are broke down, especially in the NBA or Major League Baseball, where the money, the whole contract is guaranteed. What the team will do is they'll pay you a lot of upfront money, but toward the tail end of that contract, you will get paid less and less. Now, they have certain contracts where you will get paid more and more, but you can break it down to where you know you're going to retire, so you just go ahead and say, you know what, I got some money still remaining on my contract. I'm just go ahead and retire now. You'll still be receiving your back end money. And now I think that's what he's doing. But he says Govan hasn't worked since her appearance on Basketball Wives in 2011. That's a damn shame. As a result, he's asking the judge to determine what Govan could be making if she gets a job and factor that into his decrease. The two are set to meet in court next week. He shouldn't have to pay anything. They should temporarily just stop the payments. But they know once they stop those child support payments, she's not going to be able to pay those bills. See, this is why men are better managers of money. I've heard females say that they manage money better. And if they're in a relationship with a man or marriage with a man, they want to be able to control the finances. Even though men, for the most part, are very frugal, they do not overspend, okay? They're not going on shopping sprees every week, okay? They're not buying over expensive cars or living in over expensive places that they can't afford, because we as men understand survival, and we understand that if we can't pay our bills, then, you know, it's gonna be a struggle. And you can tell Gloria doesn't understand money. She only understands having good looks and having men take care of her. Okay, but the moment she got divorced from Matt Barnes, she should have gotten herself a job. But what did she do? She started messing around with Derek Fisher because she thought that he was going to be able to take care of her. Because see, at the time when she was dealing with Derek Fisher, he was still the head coach of the New York Knicks, but he got fired shortly after. Okay? And I think this is why you're starting to see her unravel, because she's carrying the brunt of the financial responsibility in that relationship. Because I don't know what Derek Fisher's bringing to that relationship. Probably not much of nothing. Which is why women need to do your homework instead of messing around with men. Actually get a man who has resources and money instead of what you think at that particular moment, instead of being emotional. That's why I believe she was messing around with Derek Fisher while she was still with Matt Barnes. Okay? I believe they were messing around way before then. And now, since she's engaged to this guy and she's carrying the financial burden, she's feeling some type of way. Matt Barnes is still getting $161,000 a month. He's still getting that a month. You know, he has a new girlfriend. You know, he's enjoying life while she's being bitter. Doesn't want him to see his kids. You know what's crazy is that you have women who get into brand new relationships, right? And they could take that opportunity to let the father be in the children's lives, you know, to watch the children, let the children be around him more, especially if they're young boys and they're growing up. But because these women are so bitter, they want to make the new man those children's father. And I don't understand that, because what if that relationship don't work? So I think that Gloria put herself in this particular situation. Okay? She got arrested because she was acting very ignorant and ratchet and ghetto and all that. Because she wants to hurt Matt Barnes. She wants to have him fund her lifestyle, okay? And she does not like the fact that he is still happy, that he was able to beat her in court, that he's moved on, he's with somebody else, he's still making money. He doesn't seem angry at the world. He even tried to bury the hatchet with her, and she still did not want to do that. And this is exactly why you have men who avoid married women and starting families with them, because those women, once that relationship is over and you go and you get with another woman, they're gonna feel some type of way. She still deep down wants to be with him. I'm not sure who actually ended the relationship first, but she's one of those women that thinks that a man is just supposed to take care of her. She got with Derek Fisher because she thought he was gonna be able to do it, and that's not the case. This dude, Derek Fisher, was, her and Derek Fisher actually got into a car accident in a car that Matt Barnes had paid for. That's how little Derek Fisher's bringing to that relationship. And that's why this woman is going around angry. This is why she lost custody of her kids. And if I was Matt Barnes, I would put my foot on the gas and I will sue for full custody, because she's very vulnerable right now and she's very emotional. And I would not want my kids around no woman like that. We've seen what happened with women who mentally is incapable of raising children. We all know what happens in those situations. So he needs to do what's in the best interest of his sons and make sure they stay with him. He's newly retired. He has a lot more time on his hands. He can be more of a dad to those kids. Okay? This woman is in a not in a brand new relationship, but she's in a relationship that is still relatively new. Why don't you focus on that? Why are you focusing on keeping your kids away from the father? Why are you stopping him from getting his kids from school? I don't understand this. And you have females who do this and they think they're in the right. No, you're in the wrong. Because your kids are going to grow up to resent you, especially if they like their father. Because as long as these fathers remain consistent, these children are going to see through the BS. Okay? Look at Floyd Mayweather's son. Look at the issues Floyd Mayweather and his baby mother have. But his teenage son still wants to live with him, still wants to be around him. He doesn't want to be around his mother. And she's trying to go get court orders, try to make her son come back home to her. And now, mind you, he's 17 years old. He's going to be graduating high school, I believe, next year. But because she's so bitter at Mayweather, she wants to turn her kids against him that she's willing to go to court instead of allowing her son to learn from his father so he can learn how to make money, which will actually better her situation. Do you want a successful son, or do you want a broke beta male son? Do you want a son who's laying around your house in his 20s, damn near in his 30s, doing nothing, contributing nothing to the household because you wanted to keep him from his father? Do you want him to be a mama's boy? Do you want him to only be dependent on you when you can barely take care of yourself? Because once he turns 18 and them child support payments is done, what are you gonna do? So I really hope that women allow their children to be in their father's lives because they can learn a lot from them. If you feel like their father ain't shit, they're going to figure it out on their own. Just allow them to be around their father, then they'll see that. But when you're dealing with people who are way too emotional, they don't know how to have common sense and reasoning and logic. They're just thinking on full emotion, and they wonder why the father don't want to be around them. Therefore, he ends up not being around the children. And I don't condone any man not being in their children's lives, okay? But in this situation with Matt Barnes, okay, he seems to genuinely want what's best for his kids, okay? And now he has full custody, and I believe that the judge should reduce those child support payments because he has shown that he cares about those kids, and she has shown that she cares about herself, and she was willing to put them in harm's way just to keep them from being with their father.